Oh, there we go.
All right, welcome Monday, November 14th at 6:20. The Safety and Health Committee, to my right is Mr. Whitten, to my left, Mrs. Marshall, and myself as chair, and we're here to provide a recommendation to council regarding the authorizing of the 2023 Miami County Public Health funding at $375,217.04, no more, no less, an increase of approximately 2.55%.
So for at least 30 years, we've been part of the Miami County Health District. We every year, there are, how many jurisdictions? I just had this and I read it. We are the only jurisdiction in the county, one of two, I guess, that do not have a millage attached, a direct millage, property tax millage. We've always paid for it out of the general fund. The reason I say that is our calculation, however, is the same as would be calculated had we had a levy. It just keeps everything consistent and equitable across the board countywide. In 2021, our contract amount was roughly $383,000. Then Piqua became a member, which had a significant reallocation of the costs, and our figure for 2022 dropped approximately $18,000 to $363,000. You, I believe, in your packet got a copy of the letter from Dennis Probst, who is standing before us, the health commissioner. The new calculation, again, based on the millage equivalent, 0.6 mils, is a 2.5% increase over the $365,000 to $375,000, so approximately $10,000 increase over 2022. We are not asking for emergency legislation, but we are asking for a positive recommendation authorizing me to sign the contract. And Mr. Probst is available for any questions if necessary.
Yep. Do you have any questions?
Mr. Probst, thank you for coming tonight, by the way. For those citizens who may not be aware, can you elaborate on some of the benefits the city and the county receives from the health department?
Sure. We run approximately 80 programs out of the health department, anywhere from birth and death records to our inspection services, whether that be your food, restaurants, grocery stores. We inspect all the school buildings for safety and health issues, your swimming pools. We do home septic and water, immunizations, communicable disease control. We have a home visiting services for new mothers, women, infant, and children, and Help Me Grow, and do a lot of other services. Like I said, there's about 80 different programs that we run out of the health department. So.
All right, thank you much.
Any questions?
I'm good.
How many staff do we have at the health department now?
Approximately 50. It ebbs and flows a little bit, but about 50.
Okay. Any other questions from city council members? Mr. Phillips, as Nyman said.
Of those programs, you mentioned the inspection services. Does a portion of this pay for that?
No. Yes and no. The vast majority of the inspection services are paid by program fees. There are a couple of programs that are unfunded mandates from the state of Ohio that these help cover, which are some of your nuisance complaints, the school inspections, things like that are unfunded mandates that we get from the state that this helps provide, as well as some of the nursing services, the reproductive health, wellness, and well child clinics and things like that.
Gotcha. Okay. The reason I asked that I know that there have been conversations from business owners towards your department regarding health inspections at restaurants and that sort of thing, and that has come to my ears at points. So not going to debate the issue, I just
No
want to
problem.
advise you that
Well, yeah, we've had some challenges this year.
Gotcha.
We've recognized those challenges, we're working on those. I think from June till now, there's been a marketable improvement on a lot of those issues. We were coming out of COVID, we've had a big turnover in staff. We had a lot of new staff, a lot of new people to train. We were short-staffed for a while there. We've reorganized a little bit to make some of those challenges go away and to improve upon. We're constantly looking at making sure that the services we provide are the best that they can be. And anywhere there are improvements that we need, we're not perfect. We recognize those and we work to improve on them.
Well, I just speak from personal experience, having undergone that from a food concession vehicle that I had to deal with a local fraternal organization. I know what that process is, so I just wanted to kind of mention that, again, not debating.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But just to see where that was at the moment. So I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Pierce?
Thank you. Mr. Probst, thanks for coming out tonight and spending time with us. I have a few questions that have been asked by my constituents
Absolutely.
and that I'd like to have answered. Are you attempting to, at the present or future, establish government-sanctioned drug injection sites in Troy, Ohio?
No.
All right. Are there any in the county already?
Drug injection sites?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay. Are you seeking to establish a needle exchange program in Troy, Ohio?
No, sir.
All right. I appreciate that. And the last question I have is the CDC has recommended COVID-19 immunizations for students nationwide. Would the Miami County Board of Health follow that recommendation and recommend or require that for Troy students?
We don't do the requirements. We always give the recommendation for all the vaccines, including COVID. And we try to leave that up to the individual and the parents, especially with school. You know, there are state-required vaccines, and we offer those. And if a parent has questions about them, we offer them that education. It is still their choice. We respect those choices, and we will continue to do so.
Okay. And if federal funding or federal government ties federal funding to these recommendations, would that change how you feel on that? Would you support the immunizations?
The federal funding we get for immunizations is not, it comes through the state, so it would be a state-funded, and we are required by law, if it is a state law, to follow those state laws on anything, regardless of what that is. So if there was a change in the state law, we would have to abide by the state law when it comes to the vaccines.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time and your answers. I appreciate it.
No problem, sir.
Any other questions from the audience? All right, seeing none, how would you guys like to move forward? Move forward. All right, if we can move forward and bring the legislation before council. Anything else to come before safety and health?
No.
All right, we're adjourned.
Thank you.